Hey, what's going on? What's going on, everybody? My name is Brian Daniels, and I'm here today with something that I don't normally do a lot of, which is review a movie. And I haven't really talked about anything related in the movie industry since, well, it's been about a year. It's been over a year ago when we covered the Heartland Film Festival in Indianapolis. But today I'm here to review a movie that is actually come out today. It's called Borat Subsequent Movie Film, and it's available now on Amazon Prime Video. So for those of you that have Amazon Prime, you do get Amazon Prime Video included with your membership. So you'll be able to watch this movie at no additional cost to you. Man, oh man. So for those who don't know what Borat is all about, Borat is a journalist from Kazakhstan, and he's played by the amazing Sacha Baron Cohen, who's done some really great films such as Sweeney Todd. He also did Les Mis. He also was in the movie Talladega Nights with Will Ferrell. And Sacha Baron Cohen is just a genius when it comes to doing these character movies. He's done Bruno, he did The Dictator, and it really all started for him when he did a show called The Ali G Show several years back. And what I like about Sacha Baron Cohen and his character roles is that, especially more in particular, Borat and Bruno, is that while they are really funny movies, there is a very serious undertone in the movies that he does. He kind of reminds me of, I was telling my wife when we watched this, her and I watched this together, he's kind of like Johnny Depp, if Johnny Depp and Dave Chappelle had a kid, because, Johnny Depp does all these different characters, he plays all these different roles that are character roles, and, but, Dave Chappelle has comedy, but there's always something serious, there's a very serious undertone within that hilarity. So, with the first film, you had Borat traveling to America, and he was there to really learn about America, and he was also there to eventually try to get Pamela Anderson from Baywatch to be his wife. Now, Borat is a character that was part of the Ali G Show many years ago. That's where that character kind of started and made his first appearance. But then there was then Borat, the movie, came out 14 years ago, back in 2006. It's so insane to think about that movie came out 14 years ago, and it did pretty well in theaters. It was a pretty graphic movie. There's quite a bit of nudity in there, but you don't really see much of anything. But the movie caused a lot of controversy because the way Sacha Baron Cohen did the movies is he would set up things and tell people he was filming a documentary, which, I mean, he kind of was, but it's kind of like that hidden camera type prank deal where, they didn't know exactly what the real movie was about, and so he set up these scenes, and for instance, he went to Texas and he sang the Kazakhstan national anthem at a rodeo, which is a very conservative place where he went to, and it's amazing the things that Sacha Baron Cohen gets these people to say, and it's not like he even really has to try to get them to say these things. It's kind of like an expose type deal where he essentially is kind of going undercover to expose these people for who they are, and he shows that in a very comedic way, and it's a very well done way. Granted, these movies are not going to be for everyone. They're not going to be, if you're the kind of person that can't stand vulgarity and all this and that, you're probably not going to like these movies. I'm just going to tell you. But if you can look past all of that and really see what these movies, in particular, are trying to portray, then you'll appreciate them, unless you're a conservative. Because I think if you're a conservative, you probably won't like the second movie in particular. Because so the second movie is once again we find our character Borat. He's in the town of Kazakhstan, which is crazy because that movie is shot in a town called Glad in Romania, which the word Glad means mud, which is really, really weird. But anyway, it was so funny because when he did the first movie, that whole town was like against him for making that movie when they found out what the movie was really about and how they were made fun of, kind of, And a film crew I was watching this the other day went out to that town like 6 years ago after the movie came out, and they showed them the movie, and they got so mad about it. They tried to even go to the house that Borat is at when it starts, and but there was this whole Sacha Baron Cohen was going to get sued by this town, and yet, which is really weird, is that's where the first part of this movie takes place. Just really early in the movie is he's back in Kazakhstan again. So I guess he made things right with them. I don't know. Super crazy stuff. But he's back in Kazakhstan. There's some things that happen where he gets in some trouble, of course, after coming back and doing the first movie. And lo and behold, he has a daughter in this movie, and she is 15. And the daughter, the girl that plays his daughter in this movie, she does a fantastic job of playing the character of Borat's daughter. And he finds out he's got this daughter. She wants to go with him on to USA because this time around his goal is to try and bring Michael Pence, which he calls him something else, which I'm not going to say here on this video. His goal is to try to bring Michael Pence a wife and work his way up into the White House, apparently. So she goes with him, and they go and they take a boat to America. There's not gonna be any real spoilers in this review because I really want you guys to see this movie. And they go from there. And of course, you can imagine he's got his daughter. So there's some really very uncomfortable scenes he gets his situations rather that he gets his daughter into. One involving a semi-abortion scene, which when I first saw that, when you see the trailer, there's a scene where they talk about how Sacha Baron Cohen tells this guy at a women's health clinic that he put a baby in his daughter, and before you get to thinking anything, it's done very well. It's a very tastefully done scene. It's not what you think it's going to be. It's not anything like, I would say, traumatic. It's funny, and it's a very uncomfortable scene to somehow watch, but it's funny. I don't want to get into too many I don't want to get into spoilers right here because I want you guys to watch this movie because I will tell you right off the bat, this is very worth watching. It's hilarious. It's a hilarious movie. But anyway, so they go, and there's just so much that happens in this movie, and I will say that Sacha Baron Cohen does an excellent job of really showcasing. This is obviously going to be this is a political film. It's a political comedic film. It's done very well. I mean, if you're a deep, stuck in your ways conservative, you're probably not gonna like it. Although I challenge you to watch it, because if you enjoy comedy, even if it's comedy making fun of your political party, then take it for what it's worth. I mean, who knows? But what I like about this is this movie is coming out today, which is almost a week before the election, and it's really hilarious because there's certain bits in here. There's a bit with Rudy Giuliani, which, has been in the news about how it looks like he was inappropriately touching himself in front of this journalist, which ends up being Sacha Baron Cohen's daughter in the film, who was 15. He didn't know she was 15. I don't think he knew. I don't think she told him she was 15. But Her character was anyway. But that scene can look like he's tucking his shirt in. It looks like he might be inappropriately touching himself. Who knows? But there's a lot of uncomfortable scenes. There's a lot of scenes where like my wife and I just was like this the whole time. We're just like, oh my god, like, and it's not that it was because it was a bad scene. It's because of what Sacha Baron Cohen does in these situations that you're just like, and they did this and they said this, you know. There's a scene where I think they're in Georgia and they go to this, I think it's a birthday party or something, where there's all these men with their daughters, and it's just so awkward. It's so awkward, and then they have this dance scene, and the dance scene is just so incredibly cringy. It is top tier cringe, but it's funny. It's kind of like if you've ever watched The Office and you've watched Michael Scott. You know how Michael Scott is just, he makes you just kind of facepalm a lot. Take that guy and multiply him by like 50 on his cringeworthiness, but still really funny. That's kind of what you get here with Sacha Baron Cohen's portrayal of Borat in this film. And this film definitely ups the ante from the situations and the awkwardness and the hilarity. And this, I'm telling you guys, look, should you go see this movie? Yes. Is it worth watching even if you didn't watch the first film? Which, if you haven't watched the first movie, you need to go watch the first Borat, like, for real. Go watch it. But is this worth watching? Absolutely. I'm going to give this movie probably a 4.5 out of 5. It's actually that good. I really enjoyed it. I'm going to watch it multiple times. I'm going to watch this again. I might even watch it again today, now that it's on Amazon. But I want to thank Amazon for providing me an early screener copy of this movie. And thank you guys so much for letting me watch this movie and checking it out. It was definitely worth watching. You guys, I hope you like it. If you liked the Borat subsequent movie film, or you didn't like it, leave your comments in the comments section below. I do read them. I would love to see what you guys think of this movie. Do you want to see another Borat movie? Which, by the way, I'll go into this. You know, when he did the first movie, after he did, everybody knew who he was. Well, it's funny because he kind of talks about that, kind of touches on that in the second movie, where he's like, you know, everybody knows who I am. Everybody knows me. That Ken done made the skies. What do I do? You know, so he actually has to go and get a disguise. So he uses, like, he's still himself, but it's like he's Borat playing somebody else. And it's great. It's great. It's a really great expose movie. When it comes to the things he gets people to say, or they do. And it's not like he even tries to get them to say these things. It's because they're with him and they feel comfortable and they say things that they really shouldn't be saying. That nobody should be saying these things about people. And that's what I love about Borat is, and Sacha Baron Cohen, is that he's genius. So leave your comments in the comment section below. I'm gonna give it a 4.5 out of 5 because I don't think it's a perfect like 5 out of 5 movie, but because there are some cringy scenes in there, but I don't think it takes away. It doesn't. Don't get me wrong. It doesn't take away from like the overall what this movie does and presents, because it's hilarious. But go check it out. It's on Amazon Prime Video starting today. And if you like this review, leave it a thumbs up. If not, leave it a thumbs down. That's okay too. And let me know in the comment section below what you thought of the Borat subsequent movie film. I will read these comments. I'll reply to your comments. And thank you guys so much for watching this video. And there'll be more. You know, I've never done a really movie review before. I wouldn't mind doing these. So I mean, you know, if you've got some movies out there you want me to see early, looking at you, Hollywood, more movies, send them to me. I wouldn't mind talking about them. And yeah, let me know what you liked. Let me know what some of your favorite scenes were in this movie too. You can put them below. But until next time, my name is Brian Daniels. I'll see you guys soon. Later, guys.